people looking at the photographs and deciding that they have to build back Kingston. But first, before you do this, could you come to Panama and work on the canal in Panama, earn some money in Panama, and then come back to rebuild your city?
Many of the buildings which featured prominently in downtown Kingston's townscape, such as the Theatre Royal, the Jewish Synagogue, and the Kingston Parish Church, were completely destroyed and had to be replaced. In some instances, the rebuilding process took several years. Post-earthquake retrospection yielded that brick and mortar categorically failed the earthquake-resistant test.
In the exhibition, Ansel Hart, that we've used his narrative also, speaks to the fact that the brick and stonework, the brickwork buildings didn't survive as well. That arches, the one mention of arches being more, stable than the mere brick because the mortar in between wasn't so good.
Most of the churches, for instance, that were brick were totally destroyed. Coke Methodist Church was not totally destroyed, and they rebuilt it with brick, but they rebuilt it with a safer sort of configuration. They stopped using pointed arches. They realized that pointed arches did not stand up as well as rounded arches, so they went to rounded arches rather than pointed arches in the Coke Church.
The reports showed where the layout of Harbour and Duke Streets pre-1907 was particularly haphazard and cumbersome. It was commonplace for government offices, commercial enterprises, and private dwellings to alternate on either side of the streets. After the earthquake, all the government's administrative buildings were removed to King Street.
They literally turned the center of Lower King Street into the equivalent of a square, but with a road running through it. And those two massive, very modern, solid buildings that scream out at you, this is a post-earthquake building, because it's meant to stand up, if we get that sort of earthquake again.
As a result, Harbour Street lost its status as downtown's commercial center to King Street. Dr. Boxer says that the island's photographic culture expanded significantly after 1907. Several persons started to capture images of the quake, while some practicing photographers like E.E. Grant reached new heights in the profession. Modest's fascination with the 1907 earthquake, however, is defining how we as a people respond culturally to natural disasters. He believes that the significance of our pre-disaster routine goes much deeper than collecting potable water and securing our vital documents. When we pray for the track of hurricanes to deviate from the island, he asks, do we do so with the realistic expectation that the hurricanes will not make landfall? The issue of greatest magnitude for the co-curators, however, is the fact that Jamaica is still to effectively apply the lessons of 1907.
Broken homes, broken people, desolation, desperation. Just 300 miles away, our brothers and sisters in Haiti are crying for help, our help, your help. Join the JIS and the ODPEM as we collect canned food and other non-perishable items for the earthquake victims in Haiti. Their lives depend on it. Leave your donations at the JIS, 58A Halfway Tree Road, Kingston 10, Monday to Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Or take your gifts to the ODPEM, 2 to 4 Haining Road, Kingston 5, Monday to Saturday, 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Sundays, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Or make cash donations at any branch of NCB, account number 212387304. Together we can make a difference. Together, we can help Haiti.
Another earthquake in the Caribbean region? it seems as if the terror won't end. However, worrying won't do much. We must be prepared. The Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management, ODPEM, implores all to take the necessary precautions should an earthquake occur. Before an earthquake, always have on hand emergency kits. Practice earthquake drills at schools, homes, and offices. Look around your school, home, and office for things that could fall and injure you. During an earthquake, be calm. Be calm. Be calm. If you are inside, stay there. Get on the heavy furniture, duck, cover, and hold firm. Do not rush to exits. If you are outside, stay there. Avoid the hazards that could cause injury. If you are in a vehicle, drive away from bridges and stop in the safest place possible. After an earthquake, evacuate the building immediately. Be prepared for aftershocks. Monitor media outlets for emergency instructions. Remember, earthquakes cannot be predicted. Therefore, our vulnerability is always imminent. Preparation is the key. We'll be right back.
January 26 is the deadline for exchanging your domestic bonds under the Jamaica Debt Exchange Program. This deadline refers to bonds issued on or before December 31, 2009 and which will mature on or after February 16, 2010. For more information, please call the Ministry of Finance at 932-5400 or City Finance Limited at 936-3245. A public service announcement from the Jamaica Information Service.
The devastating situation in Haiti is a reminder to help the less fortunate among us who are pleading for assistance. Up next, one organization ensures that the homeless have a place of refuge.
What does it take to help a homeless person? A trim, a bath, a meal, learning a few skills? That is the core business of the Open Arms Drop-In Center and the focus of this week's Community Spirit.
Well, I come here and they teaching what I get and so forth, so I just hang on to it and try helping others.
Just under 5 months ago, Owen Mitchell was wandering the streets. Many like Mr. Mitchell have received a second chance at living a good life thanks to the Open Arms Drop-In Center located on the grounds of the Bellevue Hospital in Kingston. For the homeless, the center serves as more than a shelter. It's a home. It's where rehabilitation takes place through a series of life-changing skills. The Open Arms Drop-In Center has been established in the corporate area as a model project to be adopted in other parishes. It occupies a building which was renovated at a cost of more than $4 million. The venture was financed by the Culture, Health, Arts, Sports and Education Chase Fund.
This center started over 2 years ago, the Open Arms Drop-In Center, as an initiative of the Bellevue Hospital and the Committee for the Homeless. The Committee for the Homeless is a subcommittee of the Board of Supervision. So it started as an initiative of both, parts of the ministry there. And it was the morgue, the old morgue of the Bellevue Hospital was here.
It is estimated that about 1,500 persons live on the streets of Jamaica, of which about 90% are men. Someone may become homeless for a number of reasons. As Mrs. Grant explains, oftentimes it is as a result of poverty. Some have abused various substances. Other persons are homeless following deportation from the United States and simply don't have any relatives in the country.
They need help and they do respond to the love and the care, and we have to sometimes Dr. Morgan tell me off because I have to give them a little nudge to get them moving, but yes, and we have them working out there and doing very, very well.
Stephen, what are you cooking for the clients here this morning?
curry chicken and white rice.
I understand that you used to be a client here.